practice community.
Perfect. Okay. Let's come to our seated shape. So I've been talking in my classes and in my groups about this whole issue of the mold in the house, the flooding in the house, and trying to find solutions for it. And anyway, finally this morning I woke up at the end of the yoga class last night. It started pouring rain and the house flooded water in again. And so I sent him a video, and he has now fixed the leak. After a year of me saying there's a leak in the house, he's fixed it. But I'm still convinced that there's some kind of mold issue. Anyway, we'll see how I'm feeling throughout the practice, but I think it's been a whole practice in letting go for me. You can lengthen up through the spine, close the eyes, connect to the breath. As we're doing that, I'm going to slightly turn down the music. So anyway, what I was reflecting on is how I can teach with this idea of letting go. And yet it can be so difficult to put that concept into practice, right? To let go of a home that you've made because you know it's causing harm to your health. And I find myself so attached to the home that I'm not prioritizing my health. And I wonder if there's any themes in your life that you can relate to, that maybe you've built something up around a relationship, an experience. It could be a home, a story that you're so connected to, you're having a hard time letting go of, even though you know that it's causing you harm. Maybe just placing the palms on the heart. As you breathe in and out, what are you learning to let go of? Now let's release those palms that are pressed on your heart. And then just take a big sweep with the arms up towards the sky, reach them all the way up. Interlace the palms, press them up overhead, and then stretch over to the right. I will let in April, who has made it here. Amazing. Good. With your interlaced palms, reaching them over to the right. Welcome to April, who just joined us. We've already started the practice, but I'll say hello to you after. Let's lift both arms up and then take them over to the left and breathe through the right side body. Good. Lift both arms up towards the sky. Take it into a twist so you land your left palm, land your right palm, gaze over the right shoulder. Lift both arms up. And then twist the opposite way so you land your left palm, land your right palm, gaze over the left shoulder. And then let's take both arms up towards the sky. Just gather the palms into your heart center, come onto the hands and the knees. And then from the hands and the knees, move through some cat-cows. Opening through your heart, curling through the spine, move with the rhythm of your breath. So the thing about this home is that it was once my dream home. And I think we can all feel that way about a lot of things in our lives. Like something was once our dream job or once our dream relationship. Let's curve through the body once more. And then bring your spine all the way into neutral. Leave your left knee where it is. Extend your right leg up behind you. Maybe lift your left arm and then just balance. Let your ribs draw inwards. Let your core light up. Like your core is engaging and it's holding you steady. And if you wobble, you can anchor your left palm on the mat. Know that we all need a bit of extra support from time to time. And if you want to stay long with your breath in, go for it. And then on your exhale, tap your elbow to your knee and just do a few more like this. Big breath in, expansion. Exhale, contraction. Do 3 more. 2 more. Last one, big inhale. Exhale your elbow to your knee. Breathe in and extend. See how it might feel to reach your right foot back. Reach your left hand back. Maybe you make a connection and open through the body for 3, for 2. Good. For 1, release your left palm, release your right knee. Come into your tabletop. Take a breath in and just expand. Exhale, curl through the spine, contract. Come all the way into neutral now. Leave your right knee where it is. Lift your left leg long. And then lift your opposing arm. And just let your navel draw inwards. Feel like your whole torso is engaging. It's just getting really strong and steady and holding you here. Stay for your breath in. And then contract your elbow to meet your knee. And just do a few more like this. Good. 1 more. Inhale, extend the arm and extend the leg. Now maybe you kick your right palm back, you grab hold of the ankle. Just expand everything for 3, for 2. And then on 1, land your right palm, land your left knee. Take an inhale, expand through your heart space. Take an exhale, contract, take your chin in. And then come all the way into a neutral. Leave your left palm where it is. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Thread your right arm under, land onto your cheek, land onto your shoulder. And then maybe you lift your left arm up and weave it all the way around. So I think a big example for myself with letting go relates to different aspects of this community. We're coming up on 3 years as a community. I mean, 3 or 4, depending on how you look at it. because it was 4 years ago in April when I got sober and decided to change my life and start building a business. And it was 3 years ago in March when it actually started coming together. So whenever we come up on the anniversary, I always think it's sort of half the anniversary, half not, because this began much before it really began. Let's release our left palm, release our right palm, come all the way up into tabletop. And then go the opposite way. Lift your left arm up. Thread your left arm under, land onto the cheek, land onto the shoulder. And then maybe weave the arm around, hook it near the hip. That's something I've been learning to let go of, is just different ideas of what I thought the community would be, different commitments I made, points in time when I was literally teaching drop-in yoga classes every single day. Let's release our right palm, release our left palm, come all the way up into your tabletop, and then tuck your toes, lift all the way up and back to your down dog. I think sometimes when we overcommit ourselves or we commit to doing certain things, it holds us back from stepping into other things. Leave your left foot where it is, lift your right leg up. And then maybe you just circle through the knee, opening through the hip. Take your right leg all the way up. And then just draw the knee in, step the foot between the palms, rock forward and back. Sometimes what we receive from letting go can be beautiful. We open our minds to it. Land your left knee on the mat. Lift your arms up towards the sky. Good, and then just flow with your breath. So inhale, keep your arms up. Exhale, reach your arms back. And then just do a few more movements like this. Let's just do 2 more flows like this. And then on a last one, lift both arms up. Land your palms on the mat, frame your foot, leave your left palm where it is. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Take some big spirals with your right arm. Good, maybe just one more. Lift the arm all the way up. And if it feels right for you, land the palm on the sacrum. Maybe you kick the foot back, take a quad stretch, just stay for 3, for 2. On 1, if you have the foot, release it. Just take your right palm forward. Walk your fingertips back. Lengthen over your right leg. Just take 2 more breaths. And then take your hands all the way forward. Good. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, step the right foot back. And then either go straight to your down dog or move through your flow. Nice, you got it. Beautiful. When you're ready, you're going to come to the opposite side. So lift your left leg all the way up. Good. Bending through the left knee, just circling through the hip a little bit. You got it. Extend your left leg all the way up behind you. And then draw the knee in. Just take a big step with your left foot between your palms, rock forward and back. So I was thinking when reflecting on how the community's at 3 years, almost about how each year or each part of the community has had a different sort of theme, different energy, different focus. Good. Release your back knee. So release your right knee, lift your arms up. And then just flow with the breath. You got it. Taking the arms forward and then lifting them up. Try to do this with intention. So really reach through your fingertips. Good. Yeah, good adjustment, Mom. Yeah, that looks great. It's giving me the thumbs up. Our granddad really liked to give thumbs up. My mom's dad. It's like a granddad sign. Beautiful. That's doing it too. Just do 2 more. Nice. And then come all the way forward with both palms. Land your right palm on the inside of the left foot. Lift your left arm up. And then just do some circles with your left fingertips, sweeping all the way around. You got it. Yeah, perfect. So anyway, I was thinking about how like in the first year of the mindful life practice, many of us that were in this Zoom call, we just spent every day on Zoom together. And there's like also different generations of that. There's like the original lockdown Zoom yoga people, and then there's like sober Zoom yoga people. And one of the original lockdown yoga people is actually coming on my next yoga retreat, Ryan from Spain. You know, some of you guys remember him. Do you remember him, Laura? Remember Ryan from Spain? Yeah. Let's take the arm all the way up. And then we're going to come into a little bit of a twist. So Ryan was one of my friends in like middle school, and he was part of our community. He did yoga with us every day. And then, you know, lockdown ended, all of our lives changed. Different people trickled away, and the purpose and the intention of a lot of our offerings evolved. But it's pretty amazing how then things come full circle, right? So Ryan kind of moved away from the community, and now he's coming to Bali to do my yoga retreat next month. And it's pretty amazing how you see these evolutions and changes, and you realize that nothing ever ends, it just evolves. And learning how to let go can be a really great gift in life. Let's release our right foot if we have it. Just take our left fingertips forward, walk the fingertips back, lengthen over the heart. Sorry, lengthen over the leg is what I meant. Good. Take one more breath. Walk your hands all the way forward. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, step the left foot back, come into your plank. Then I think about different things like the first yoga retreat I ever ran in the UAE, which Laura was at. and me having the courage to let go of the UAE and just kind of put trust and faith into the Bali thing. And if I had never let go of that, I would never be here today, right? Maybe you go through a flow or come up to down dog. We're going to do one more standing flow. Leave your left foot where it is. Lift your right leg up. Bend through the right knee, circle through the hip. And then maybe you flip your dog, landing the toes, just opening your heart. Come all the way back around, land your right palm, lift your right leg up. Pull the right knee in, step the foot between the palms, lift the arms all the way up. Nice. And then let's open up to warrior two. And then from our warrior two, we're just going to flow with the breath a few times. So just take an inhale, reverse the warrior, and then come all the way forward. Elbow onto the thigh, and we'll just do a few like this. Good, just maybe two more. And then a last one. Press through both feet, lift all the way up. Lengthen through your right leg. Reach your right arm forward. Take the right arm alongside the right calf, lift the left arm up. And then if you want to, you might shift weight onto your right foot, right fingertips. This is your Ardha Chandrasana. Knowing that it's okay if you fall, because falling and making mistakes is part of the process. Take one more breath. Come all the way up to stand with your left foot alongside your right. Take your palms together. And now just let this be your mountain moment. And know in your mountain moment that you've been here before. Take a big breath in with your arms reaching up towards the sky. Look up. Exhale, fold. Take your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower all the way down. Step back, find your plank. Amazing. You got it. Good. And then just move your body through a flow. Good. You got it. Think about all the old versions of you that you've had to let go of to get to this point. Right? You're not the same person that you were 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. Isn't that amazing? Take your left leg up. Good. Bend through the left knee. You can circle through the hip. Amazing. Got it. And then eventually Maybe you flip your dog. Good. Come all the way back around. Draw your left knee in, step the foot between the palms. Lift all the way up to your warrior two. You got it. You know what to do. Bend a lot through the knee. My mom has done like 1,000 yoga classes. So she's already a step ahead of us because she knows what's next. Reversing the warrior, you got it. And then coming forward into the extended side angle, you got it. It's amazing when the movements become a map through your bones and your skin that you just know what to do. Remember when these poses were so foreign to you? Good. Just do one more and then come all the way up. Good. Lengthen through your left leg. You got it. Reach forward like you're reaching for something. Yeah. Reach, reach, reach. You got it. And then you're just going to clock at your hip and let your arm go alongside your calf. Excellent. Good alignment. Matt's done 1,000 yoga classes as well. He knows what's next. Come all the way into your half moon. Actually, there's a lot of, as I look out into the room today, there's a lot of mindful life practice OGs in here. Matt, Laura, my mom, Yasser, Jules. The beautiful thing about this community is that it's ever evolving and so welcoming. So we have the OGs, and then we have some more new faces to our community who we love just as much. Take one more breath where you are. And then come all the way up to stand. Take your palms together. Let's leave our left foot where it is. We're going to do my favorite pose, which is tree pose. So come onto your tippy toes of your right foot, open your knee to the side, plant your foot on the inside of the thigh or the ankle or the shin, and just take your palms together. And take one more breath. And then release your right foot. And then take your left toes, open them to the side, plant the foot on the thigh or the shin. Take your palms together. Let's take one more breath where we are. And then just land your left foot. Come to stand on the front of your mat. And we're going to lift both arms up towards the sky. And just move into our first letting go pose, our first releasing pose of the day. So you can hinge forward. Grip your palms to opposite elbows or just let your arms dangle. And the knees. Take some deep breaths in and out. We're going to be here for a few moments. If it feels quite heavy to be dangling, if it doesn't feel right for your body, you could use any supports in your space, like your bolster, your blocks. You could use a piece of furniture. So there's two most important spiritual tools according to Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, and we were just studying them and talking about them this week in my Yoga Sutra study class. And these two spiritual tools are abhyasa, which means practice, and vairagya, which means renunciation or dispassion. And it's interesting that this concept of renunciation or dispassion came up this week, because I think we tend to think of dispassion in the Western world as a negative thing, right? Like we think it's really positive when people are passionate, which is so very true. It's so true that passion is really wonderful. But when you're so passionately involved in something that it takes over your whole life, then it can sometimes be a bit of a problem, right? When you're so passionately involved in something that it can dictate your emotions at any given moment because you're so involved, that can be a bit of a problem too. And so it's interesting that this theme came up for me this week, because I went to a yoga class on Sunday morning and then out for breakfast with this one of my Tinder dates of the year. I'm doing 50 dates this year. And I was telling him about what was happening on the platform as I was there, which is that no one could book any classes. The entire booking system was down. It seems as though it's been corrected. I'm not sure. It's still not working on my phone, but I haven't gotten any complaints about it in the past 24 hours. So I think it's working. Take one more breath in your forward fold. And then you're going to come all the way into your down dog. Take your right leg up. Just draw your right knee in, lay the shin across the width of the mat, and just snuggle the knee back. Take your breath in, and then come all the way forward. This is your pigeon. So anyway, what I was saying to this guy was that if this whole thing was happening 3 years ago, I wouldn't be here at breakfast right now. I would be pacing around the apartment and crying, stress eating, ordering takeaway food. And I know because the same thing happened about 3 years ago. Our website crashed. We launched a brand new website. It crashed. And it was like the longest weekend of my life. I was up until like 3 or 4 a.m. Server was down. It was a nightmare. And that passion is super important to fuel the fire. If you're starting a business, you have to be super passionate about it to get to the place that you want it to be. But then there comes a point when you have to disengage, you have to let go. Right? When people walk away, when people leave, now I just let them go, knowing that they'll find their way home in a different way, like Ryan coming on the retreat next month. And when things are not working, like the app booking system not working, I just have to trust that things will sort themselves out. And and let go and practice my own self-care practices, right? My yoga practice, my Tinder date. Do the things that fill my own cup first because I teach wellness. So it is my job. It's literally my job to be well because I teach wellness. Let's take one more breath in this shape. And then come all the way up into down dog. We'll go the other way. I have one student in the Yoga Sutra study. I have lots of amazing students in that course, but I have one student who asks the most amazing, reflective, philosophical questions that I never know the answer to. Like, how do you let go? Yes, Alex, I understand letting go is important, but how do you let go? Like, I don't know. Take the left leg up and then draw the knee in, lay the shin across the width of the mat, snuggle the knee back. What things do you let go of? Come all the way forward. How do you decide what things are the right things to let go of? Can't let go of everything because if you let go of everything, then you'll have nothing. Let's stay there for one more breath. And then lift all the way up, roll onto the left bottom, swing your right leg around and just extend your left leg long. And that's Laura that's leaving. It was so good to see you, Laura. Let's draw your knee in, stack your right knee on top of the left. And then maybe you bring your left foot back. So this is a shoelace. I'm like, what is this even? This is shoelace pose. And you could be up on a block or you could have your bottom leg extended if it feels like a lot. And then maybe you just walk your hands forward. So anyway, how it relates to this house is that this was my dream house. And you know what's funny? I remember seeing the leak in the room, in this room, in this house, the day that I moved in. I remember it because I put my desk underneath the window. And I remember coming home and seeing water and being like, well, thank goodness I didn't leave my computer on that table or it would be ruined. And it's so interesting how we like don't want things to be a certain way. Like our brains can almost trick ourselves into thinking like it's not so bad, or, I'm just imagining this, or we just get used to the way things are. We normalize things. So I think letting go can be hard too, because it sometimes comes into a state of acceptance about things maybe not being exactly what we hoped for. Maybe they were at one time. Let's come all the way up. And then just unwind the legs and go the opposite way. And then come all the way up. And just bring your legs to unwind. Let's rock them from side to side. And then lay all the way down, open the arms into cactus. Drop your knees over to the right. Gaze over the left shoulder. Hang out there for a few breaths. And then come back into your twist on the opposite side. Just for a few breaths. And then eventually you'll come all the way come all the way back up and then stretch out into your final resting pose. And if you were here with me in Bali, I would give you a little assist in your final resting pose, but unfortunately you won't get one today. I apologize. I want to share with you a poem that I've been thinking about that relates to this theme of letting go. It's by Sapphire Rose. She let go. Without a thought or a word, she let go. She let go of the fear. She let go of the judgments. She let go of the confluence of opinions swarming around her head. She let go of the committee of indecision within her. She let go of all the right reasons. Wholly and completely, without hesitation or worry, she just let go. She didn't ask anyone for advice. She didn't read a book on how to let go. She didn't search the scriptures. She just let go. She let go of all the memories that held her back. She let go of all the anxiety that kept her from moving forward. She let go of all the planning and the calculations about how to do it just right. She didn't promise to let go. She didn't journal about it. She didn't write the projected date in her day timer. She made no public announcement and put no ad in the paper. She didn't check the weather report or read her daily horoscope. She just let go. She didn't analyze whether she should let go. She didn't call her friends to discuss the matter. She didn't do a 5-step spiritual mind treatment. She didn't call the prayer line. She didn't utter one word. She just let go. No one was around when it happened. There was no applause or congratulations. No one thanked her or praised her. No one noticed a thing. Like a leaf falling from a tree, she just let go. There was no effort. There was no struggle. It wasn't good and it wasn't bad. It was what it was, and it is just that. And in the space of letting go, she let it all be. A small smile came over her face. A light breeze blew through her. And the sun and the moon shone forevermore. When you're ready, just give your fingers and toes a little wake up wiggle. Nice big stretch through the body. Just take your knees into your chest. Give your body a nice, soft and sweet little hug. And slowly come all the way up to your seated shape with the palms at the heart center. Let's close this practice together with an intention. It's an ancient intention, but it's the original intention, and it's been passed from heart to heart through thousands of years. And it's that our practice remain steady, our efforts continuous. Our yoga helps and heals and serves and benefits all beings everywhere. That yawn is because it's 10 p.m. my time. May all beings be safe. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be free. And may the thoughts and the actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. And let's just finish with an Om sound. We're going to breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in and make the Om. So take a big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Ooh. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, for sharing the space and the practice. I'm just really grateful for each one of you, your presence, your commitment, your being here, being part of this community 3 years in really means a lot. The light in me, it sees and it acknowledges and it honors the light in you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.